Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Rides Town Hall. We're going to let folks log in and get situated, and then we'll start up with our presentation. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be getting started here shortly, just giving folks a chance to log in. You have reached the Rides Town Hall for service changes in November of 2020. I'm Brian Smith. I'm the Deputy CEO in charge of operations for TheRide. And we'll get started here in probably about 2 minutes or so as I see people logging in. So thanks for joining us, and we will get started here very shortly. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is the Rides Town Hall for service changes for November of 2020. And we're going to get started here in about a minute and a half or so, just giving folks a chance to log in and get ready. Appreciate everybody who's coming in to here today. If you miss any part of this or have any technical difficulties, we're going to be back on the air tonight at 6 p.m. Same bat channel. So please feel free to join us then. And we're also going to be here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So tell your friends and neighbors if they've got any interest or have any questions. This is a great opportunity. Be happy to answer what we can and take down comments and feedback as well. And we've got about a minute left, and then we'll get started. I've got 12:04 on my clock, and I think we've got about as many people as are going to be joining us today. Before we get underway with the presentation, just a quick introduction. My name is Brian Smith. I'm the Deputy CEO in charge of operations for TheRide. And in addition to having a number of support staff on the call with us today, also wanted to give a shout out to a board member, Kathleen Mozak-Betts, is also listening in on the call. So as folks have comments or questions, do know that we have a board member in attendance and listening. And if we have another one, I'm not 100% sure. We may have more, but that's one of the names that I know we have showing up. And without further ado, let's get underway. The ride has been adjusting to the constantly changing realities of COVID-19 to ensure continuity and safety of our essential services. We're taking a cautious and measured approach to phase services back in, which prioritizes your safety and that of our drivers and staff. Beginning on August 30th, we introduced a restructured network of interim routes that focuses on essential destinations and increased frequency on busy corridors. These temporary changes were made to allow for social distancing and to remain financially sustainable during the pandemic. While we were not able to restore all services in August, we hope to do so once the course of the pandemic and its financial impacts become clearer. Any future permanent service proposals will include a formal public involvement process. We used 5 guiding principles to determine which services to bring back first. The first of which was to maintain financial sustainability during the pandemic. The second was to focus on fixed route bus coverage in high ridership areas. The third was to use TheRide curb-to-curb demand response service to provide coverage in areas with lower ridership. The fourth was high frequency to allow for social distancing. And the fifth was to simplify the routing to ease the ability to add overflow buses. Topics. In this meeting, we will walk through the following topics. Updates to the temporary service plan, including fixed route and TheRide East updates. The Title VI plan updates. Introduction to mobile ticketing. And a public comment period. How to comment. After our presentation, you will have the opportunity to ask questions or provide comments, time permitting. To comment, you can raise your hand by computer. Click the raise hand icon on the bottom of your screen in the middle. During the comment period, Kelly will read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. Alternately, to raise your hand by phone, you can press *9 during the public comment period. We will read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when Kelly has your line unmuted. So to begin, our temporary service plan as of November 22nd, 2020. The ride will continue to operate an 18 bus route network. Most routes will operate every 30 minutes from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 8:15 p.m. weekends. TheRide will continue to operate in lower density areas of several townships and on the north side of Ann Arbor. Routes that are operating as of November 22nd, 2020. The western routes, including Route 22, Pontiac to Varn, Route 23, Plymouth, Route 25, Ann Arbor, Saline, a new route, Route 26, Scioto Church, Route 28, Pauline, Route 30, Jackson Dexter, Route 32, Miller, and Route 65, Green Fuller. Central routes, Route 3, Huron River, Route 4, Washington, Route 5, Packard, and Route 6, Ellsworth. And our eastern routes, Route 42, MacArthur, Michigan Avenue, Route 44, Ecorse, Tyler, Route 45, Grove, Route 46, Paint Creek, and Route 47, Harriet, West Michigan. TheRide service area has been expanded, and the following routes or route segments are served by TheRide at this time. In Scioto Township, the 26, the 29, and the 33. In Ann Arbor, the 33. In Pittsfield Township, the 27. And in Ypsilanti Township, the 45 and 46. The following routes remain suspended in Ann Arbor, and we suggest using an alternative route. Route 21, Amtrak. Suggested alternative is Route 22. For Route 24, South Main East, we suggest routes 4, 5, 6, or 25. For Route 27, West Stadium, Oak Valley, we suggest Route 25, 28, or TheRide. For Route 29 on Liberty, we suggest Route 28 or TheRide. For Route 31 in Dexter, we suggest the revised Route 30, Jackson Dexter. For Route 33 in Newport, we suggest Route 32 or TheRide. For Route 60, U of M Dexter, we suggest Route 23 or 32. For Route 62, U of M State, we suggest Route 4 or 6. For Route 63, U of M Pontiac, we suggest Route 22. For Route 64, Getty's East Stadium, we suggest Route 4 or 5. And for Route 66, Carpenter Huron Parkway, we suggest routes 3, 4, 5, or 65. Suspended routes in Ypsilanti and Ypsilanti Township. The following routes remain suspended in Ypsilanti. in Ypsilanti Township, and we recommend the following alternatives. Route 41, College of Business Shuttle. This time, we do not have any suggested alternatives. For Route 43, East Michigan Avenue, we suggest Route 42. And Route 68, Harris Ford, we suggest Route 42, 44, 45, or 46. We've also continued to suspend the express routes, Route 81, Ypsilanti Township, Route 91, Chelsea Express, and Route 92, Canton Express. And for all three, we suggest the van pool services through TheRide, and you can reach that at myvanride@theride.org. And so, to get into more detail about the temporary service plan updates that are effective November 22nd. The Blake Transit Center boarding locations are changing. The Route 22 Pontiac to Varn route, the BTC boarding location will be moved north on 4th Avenue to share a bay with Route 32. Route 26, the Scioto Church route, is a new route being added, and the BTC bus boarding location will be located on 4th Avenue and share a bay with Route 4. The Route 25 route, and I'm really very excited about this, Ann Arbor Saline, it will be operating 7 days a week. It will be operating every 30 minutes, and starting November 22nd, it will be outbound routing in the Oak Valley Drive area, will be moved to serve Target. I'm sorry, this is Route 25, it changed to Route 25, not the new Route 26. My apologies. This is the problem with doing things live. Okay, so Route 25, which has been in existence with the temporary service plan, we are making a change so that the outbound routing in the Oak Valley area will be going to serve Target along Waters Road. The inbound routing will stay the same. My apologies. Now we're to Route 26. Route 26, Scioto Church. This is the one that I'm very excited about because this was one of the largest areas that we had a geographic gap in our service. And while we still have gaps, and that still hurts my heart, we are restoring this service and allowing for a lot more transit in this neck of the woods. So Route 26, Scioto Church, 7 days a week, every 30 minutes, starting November 22nd. We're going to restore Route 26 east of South Maple Road as a one-way loop. The Blake Transit Center bus boarding location will be located on 4th Avenue and share a bay with Route 4. The maps and schedules for this route are available for download, and we'll also have printed schedules available at the Blake and the YTC for anybody who might want a printed copy for themselves. The Route 62 U of M State route, this route will be temporarily suspended due to the University of Michigan taking an extended break. Service for this will resume January 18th in 2021. Another thing I'm very excited about is our TheRide East. It has been running Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. But due to popular demand, one of the requests that we've had is that the 46 and the 45 used to run on the weekends, and folks that would take it to get either to work or to the grocery store or to appointments weren't able to use TheRide on the weekends. We have added TheRide for the weekends in the East only, Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you'll be able to call that service and get rides on the weekends. Very excited about this. And I'll read just very quickly through this slide. The TheRide East allows riders to connect with the fixed route system. The TheRide East service area is temporarily extended to serve areas formerly served by Ypsilanti Township in Ypsilanti Township by Route 45 east of Harry Street and by Route 46 south of Ypsilanti District Library on Whitaker Road. TheRide East also provides a direct connection into the YTC, the Ypsilanti Transit Center. Reservations can be made through the Mode Car app or call 734-794-0377. And to download the Mode Car app, we partnered with Mode Car to provide TheRide service. For a smoother TheRide experience, download the Mode Car app for iOS or Android. The app features real-time location of your ride, in-app notifications when your ride arrives, and allowance of being able to pay your fare using your credit card or PayPal account. Fare information: the fare for TheRide is $1 per trip. Transfers are free for 90 minutes. Please request a transfer when boarding, and valid transfers can be used to connect to or from a fixed route. Discounts, we have the Fair Deal ID card and youth K through 12 are 50 cents per trip. Any A-Ride or Gold Ride ID holders ride for free, and any 30-day pass, Go Pass, M Card, or exceptional pass holders can also ride this service for free. And that's the end of our service updates. And now I'd like to take just a quick opportunity to talk about Title VI. The Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority, known as TheRide, is committed to ensuring that no person is excluded from participation in or denied the benefits of its programs and services on the basis of race, color, and national origin in accordance with the Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Federal Transit Administration, the FTA, requires TheRide to update its Title VI program and document its compliance with Title VI every 3 years. The 2020 Title VI update draft is available at theride.org/title-VI. And a quick note about this, we're required to update this plan every 3 years. Even in the middle of a pandemic, we are still required to update this plan. Recognizing that we're in the middle of the pandemic, we have elected to provide as minimal an update to this plan as possible because public input and public feedback is so hard to come by. It's so difficult to achieve right now. So we have updated the census tract information and done a look at our complaints and procedures, but have not updated any of the service standards that are in the plan, and have some very basic recommendations that are coming here next, but did want to let people know that this was an update. It was required by law. However, we have chosen not to do an extensive update, one, for time purposes, because we didn't have the time to do an extensive update, and also because of the pandemic, because we just don't have the ability to do the reach out to the public like we would want to. So with that, there are recommendations and action items. This evaluation of AATA Title VI procedure was conducted by an outside consulting firm. As well as completing the report to satisfy FTA requirements, the following action items were recommended. The first was a complete comprehensive operations analysis and service plan. The AATA has not made significant service changes since the previous Title VI program update, not including our temporary service plan that's in effect right now. A comprehensive operations analysis and service plan is recommended for AATA. This analysis should include a review of performance standards and a detailed evaluation of each route, assessment of potential demand, and the development of a service plan to improve service delivery and performance. The second action item was our language assistance plan. 2 actions were recommended in support of the language assistance plan for persons with limited English proficiency. TheRide should continue to provide training for all employees on serving a population with limited English proficiency, and new employees should receive initial training, and all employees should receive periodic refresher training. And we should also be making use of a telephone interpreter service. Just to let folks know, we are right now in the process of contracting with a telephone interpreter service so that anybody calling in for information or to book rides will be able to use a telephone interpreter service that's on demand, and they would either be able to call that number directly, or we'd be able to conference that person in so that we would be able to assist anybody with limited English proficiency. To review the details and to provide feedback, please visit theride.org/title-VI or call 734-996-0400. Comments will be accepted through November 15th. Next, I'd like to take an opportunity to show you our new Easy Fare, introducing the contactless Easy Fare mobile ticketing app. You can use Easy Fare to buy tickets anytime, anywhere. You can store tickets and passes on your phone for future use. No need to purchase tickets and passes in advance. No need to carry exact change. Get real-time information on bus arrival. You can learn more at theride.org/fares-passes/mobile-ticketing. And I'm going to click on this link and show a short video. Give me just a second to do the transition, please. Give me just a second here to get this fired up. There we go. Okay. Okay, and let's get back to our presentation here. There we go. Tell you, by the time I perfect how to do all of this, we will be done with the pandemic. So we are now to our comment period. Just a reminder, to comment, you can raise your hand through the computer by clicking the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen. During the comment period, my assistant, Kelly Reynolds, will read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. To raise your hand by phone, you can press *9 during the public comment period, and we'll read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted.
And we have a couple questions, Brian. So let's go with Susan. Susan, you are unmuted.
Hi, yes, I have a question in particular about Route 22.
Okay.
Okay, now on the list of the different routes and the changes, there's an asterisk on Route 22. And so apparently that's not going to have like the same times included that all the other routes have. I think that, so I'm wondering, is it going to start later or end sooner than all the other routes?
So Route 22 is going to continue to start at 6:15 in the morning, and it will end at 8:27. The time frame has remained unchanged, and it will still be running every half an hour.
Okay, so there's not going to be any change whatsoever to when it starts or ends. So it's not affected whatsoever, but other routes are going to like start earlier and end later.
Going to go back to,
because it says that other routes are operating 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. and during the week, and 7 a.m. to 8:15 on the weekend.
So can you tell me where you might see the star on it? Because we are running, the 22 is running now and will continue to run from 6:15 in the morning until 8:27 at night.
Okay, I'm on the website on the temporary service notice that's on the ride's website.
Gotcha. Okay. I will have to take a look at that offline. Unfortunately, I can't answer it right this second, but we'll make sure that there's clarity there. There are no changes planned on the start or end times to any of the routes, with the exception of the 26, which is a new route coming back.
Well,
But all the other routes should stay the same.
well, there are stars on other routes too. It's not just on the 22. It's on the 22, the 25, and the 26, and then it says Flex Ride East. That all the routes are going to be operating from 6 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 7 a.m. to 8:15 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, with the exception of the routes that I just said that have the asterisks listed.
Gotcha. Well, I'll have to take a look at that and make sure that we update what that means so that we're clear about what that means. There haven't been any time changes on the start or end times to any of the routes.
Okay, well, great.
Brian?
Thank you for the clarification. We got time to get that taken care of before it takes effect, so that's great.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm hearing somebody weighing in.
So that's Mary.
Yes.
Brian, the only change to Route 22 is the boarding location at the Blake Transit Center. That's what the
Okay.
asterisk refers to. Is
Gotcha.
that there is a change occurring for Route 22, and the change is the location, boarding location at the Blake Transit Center.
Gotcha. Thank you very much, Mike. And Susan, hopefully that helps answer your question.
I just want to clarify one other thing is that most routes will operate every 30 minutes from 6 a.m. to 9:15 and 7 a.m. to 8:15 on weekends. However, that's not all routes. So you do need to check your schedules.
Absolutely.
All right, our next question, Brian, is from Rachel. Rachel, you're unmuted.
Yes, this is Jim Mogensen, and when we finally figure out how to change, the pandemic will be over.
Yes.
Getting my wife's name off of when I log on. Anyway, so I got the as Kelly knows, I picked up the Title VI plan, and the consultant's report is pretty comprehensive, and the information is the pre-pandemic information.
Yes.
And so the challenge as moving forward will be how to, I know obviously you have the plan that you have to do every 3 years. So you're doing that, and this is what you have at this time. But figuring out how to monitor, how you analyze what's happening with the new route structure, because it seems like some of those route structures that have been done as part of the pandemic restoration response will probably continue beyond the pandemic, if that makes sense. And that involves things like the Flex Ride. And the challenge, and I think this happened when you were talking about the routes on the south side of Ypsilanti, is the good thing about fixed route bus service is that you don't have to worry about same day service and capacity and that kind of stuff. The buses just run. So that if you need a bus, you're just able to get on. But because the Flex Ride service, which started with Pittsfield Township, right? It makes sense in low ridership areas, and it precisely how you're figuring out where those low ridership areas are is going to be challenging, in that balance between the low ridership issues and that problem of the challenge of the different kinds of service having differential over time, having differential thing. I know the Gold Ride was shared ride, and that initially started in the city of Ann Arbor because the 1973 millage was generating more money than was necessary for the fixed route bus service. And so that's why Ann Arbor had a lot of additional special services just in Ann Arbor. And with the 2014 expansion, some of those services expanded beyond that. And I personally know, as someone who's been following this, as you know, the challenge with the shared ride is how you make it work economically. And the problem is that shared ride is very complicated to actually make it work for people so they can get to their appointments. And so this has been a kind of a back and forth over the years on try to, that's why there's this drift happening. Because if you do too much of the shared ride, then it's not working for folks and they can't get to where they need to be. And so that's why there's been kind of this drift in the shared ride. So I'll continue. Obviously, the title. I'm thinking about the Title VI at this point right now, the Title VI report, and that most of the changes that you have in terms of the restoration plan are relatively small still. So the question would be the timeline for the restoration and what people, and communicating what people are anticipating when that will happen. So anyway, sorry for remanding. It's been a long day, but there you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate it.
And we have another hand up. John Kerry, you've been unmuted.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. Here's my question about the Flex Ride.
Yes,
I
sir.
live off of Zeeb Road near Zeeb and Park. And so I live on the western side of Zeeb Road. It looks like on the eastern side is the Flex Road map area. I'm an M-Card user. If I walked to the coverage area, do I get a ride? Or since I don't live in the coverage area, like, can one walk to the coverage area? Can one walk to Myers and call the Flex Ride from the Zeeb Road Myers?
Yes, sir, you can.
All right, and then the second question, where would that take me if I'm a U of M employee? Can I say, okay, I need to go to U of M? And can I use that on a daily basis as my commuter?
So it will take you to the nearest fixed route point. And there's actually two options available along that corridor. Either Route 30, which meets up at Jackson and Wagner Road.
Right.
Or to the plaza, and I'm trying to think of the name of the plaza.
Would it take me to the Miller Road, like if I asked for Flex Ride at the Zeeb Road Meyer or near that intersection, would it take me to the Miller Road Park and Ride so I could catch the 32? Or the 23 or whatever that.
Yeah, it is the 32 at the Miller Road Park and Ride. We do transfer to the Miller Road Park and Ride from the section of Flex Ride that services the 33. I'll be honest, Mr. Carey, that's an excellent question. I don't want to answer and get it wrong.
That's okay. Brian, I can email you. Is your email on the website, or how would I email you that question?
You could email me that question at bsmith@theride.org.
All right. I'll be in communication with you. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I don't have an answer right off.
No, that's it. We're all learning.
No other questions at this time.
Okay. Well, folks, I will remind you then, just get back to this slide here, that you can comment by either clicking the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen in the middle, or during the comment period, and we'll read off your name. Or alternately, if you're on the phone, you can press *9 and we'll read off your name or the last 3 digits of your phone number when your line has been unmuted. And we are let's see.
No, we have another hand, Brian.
Oh, great. Okay, go ahead.
Francis Brockway, you've been unmuted. Francis, you've been unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You sure
Yes, ma'am.
can.
Okay, my question is that I've been taking the Flex Ride since it began. I am in Pittsville Township, off of Carpenter Road, and I have been taking it to Ellsworth to work and to Saline to work also. But my business is moving to Packard Road in the end of this month. Do
Okay.
I have any other options rather than taking the Flex Ride from my home to Myers and Ketchen 5? Are there any other options available with the Flex Ride?
So I'm going to bring you've been taking it from the Pittsfield area, is that you said?
Yes,
Okay.
but my business is moving to Packard, and that is not in your Flex Ride.
Right. Area, yep. So your options are going to be to transfer from the Flex Ride to the service at Myers on Carpenter Road. That is correct.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
No other hands at this time, Brian.
Okay. Well, folks, we're booked in this room until 45 after, so we're going to hang out here just in case anybody logs in late. If anybody joined us late, please know that we'll be back tonight at 6 o'clock. It's the same bat channel. Please log in. Happy to answer your questions then if you missed any of the presentation. We'll also be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Be happy to answer any questions at that time. And we've got about another 8 minutes or so before we log off of this one. So if you think of something, by all means, please raise your hand and let us know you'd like to comment or that you have a question. Thank you all for joining us. And I'm going to leave this screen up. The last piece of the screen is really just a thank you and the number to call. So I'll leave this one up until we're just about done. Folks, if you're joining us late, just know that we are on for about another 5 minutes. If anybody has any comments or questions about our service plan for November 22nd, please feel free to raise your hand by clicking the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen or press *9 on your phone. Be happy to take your question or your comment. And we've got about 4 minutes left of this session, and we'll stay on through the whole time just in case anybody's a late comer. If you were late to getting here, please know that we are doing this again tonight at 6 p.m., another Zoom webinar, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So they'll all be live, so you'll get to see me. Hopefully next time I won't mess up the 25th and 26th. But happy to answer any questions today for the next about 4 minutes. Sorry we don't have any smooth jazz to play while we wait.
We have a hand, Brian. Mr. Jim Morganson.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in. So are you assembling the comments in a kind of written document, or are you just doing it from the recording?
So we will be taking comments. We have a captioner on the call,
Okay.
and they'll be taking down all of the comments, and we'll be including those, particularly any that relate to Title VI. Those will be included in the final Title VI plan update, but people can also submit written comments as well.
So those are going to be assembled into a document. I'm just, I'm interested in how people are working with the system, even the comments. Some people who are doing the writing, and I'm interested in if there's going to be a document that kind of talks about all of those questions in one spot.
Yes, yeah, that's
that'll be available to. Okay.
Yep, one of the last appendices to be written will be all of the public comments that we collected.
Okay. For both Title VI and the route change, temporary changes, or?
So it will be publicized for the Title VI as part of the formal Title VI process. I don't know that we were going to publish any of the comments we received for the route changes for the 22nd, but they would certainly be available. There would be a report or a document available with those on them if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm just asking this question because I'm interested in what people are in listening and hearing. That's why I'm still here to listen to hear what people are how people are experiencing it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure I can go to every single one of these sessions. So that's why I'm asking that question. Anyway, keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yep, and they're all being recorded, and the recordings will also be available.
There you go. Okay, so that'll be in that section. On that, the recordings will be kind of like in a document. Okay, got it. Understand. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And with that, I believe actually we are at the end of our time here. So 12:45 almost by the time I finish talking. Thank you all for attending. Please visit theride.org or call 734-996-0400 for a detailed and up-to-date route information, and to submit any comments or questions you have. You can do that through the website as well. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your attention and your interest in our services, and we look forward to bringing back more services as quickly as we possibly can. Thank you very much, and have a great day.